Well, welcome back. Well, the UK in economic turmoil following Prime Minister Liz Truss's resignation after only 6 weeks in office. The UK leadership vote may delay budget plans that are expected on October 31st as inflation moves back up to a 40-year high, 10+%. The British pound has been trading on this news. It is pulling back from rallying yesterday on the news of Truss's resignation. Joining me right now is former Reagan economic advisor. He is the author of Taxes Have Consequences. Art Laffer is here. Art, it's great to see you. Congrats on the new book. And yes, taxes do have consequences. I want to first get your take on what happened with Liz Truss. How do you see this?
Well, she just was weak. She just couldn't stand the heat and the pressure. And we've seen that a number of times in the U.S., Maria, as well. I don't know if you remember George H.W. Bush, read my lips, no new taxes. And then, bam, he raises taxes all over the place. Liz Truss is just doing the same thing that Bush did, but under enormous pressure. It just tells you that these people are basically humans down deep. And unless they have that inner core of strength, like Lady Thatcher did, I mean, when she was put under this pressure, and she was put under enormous pressure, she said, you turn if you like, but this lady's not for you turning. And Reagan in 1981-82, the incredible pressure on him to reverse the third year of the tax cut. Feldstein was in favor of reversing it. Bush, Darman, Dole, all of them wanted Reagan to reverse the third year of the tax cut. But he just held firm. He said, I wasn't elected to raise taxes. And Liz Truss I feel very sorry for her. She was in a position she wasn't really capable of handling.
Well, she's definitely the scapegoat in all of this. But, Niall, jump in here because, I thought that the British wanted a growth plan, and you would expect that lower taxes and an economic plan would have been a growth plan. So why did she bend?
Yeah, that's great.
Well, I don't know why she bended, but the evidence is clearly in her favor. Right. Kwasi Kwarteng, once she fired Kwasi, you knew it was the end. It was just a race, just a chase race all the way to get her to resign. But, Britain had a 40% tax rate from 1987 till Gordon Brown in 2010. It didn't destroy the country. They had better growth. They had better prospects, better finances. All of that was there. When Gordon Brown raised the highest rate from 40% to 50%, the economy went nosedive right straight down. Revenues went out. That's when George Osborne did his big study of the taxes, and he called it the Laffer effect. And he showed that the economy worsened, revenues fell, and people left the country after the tax hike. David Cameron then, as a result of that study, dropped the highest rate from 50% to 45%. And all Kwasi did was just drop it back to where it had been for almost a quarter of a century. This doesn't sound radical to me, but they found a weakness in Liz Truss, and bam, they went after it. And the corporate one is silly. Why would you raise corporate tax rates in a downturn? And they're raising by a lot, Maria, from 19% to 25% next April. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well, and she just said that she's a fighter a week ago, and then she didn't fight. I'm with Niall Gardner this morning, Art. Let me bring him in right now. Go ahead, Niall.
Yeah, thanks very much, Maria. And Art, great points you've made. I really agree wholeheartedly with everything you said there. And I think with Liz Truss, there were high expectations, but ultimately, her performance as Prime Minister was hugely disappointing. She was very weak-kneed, and she was no Margaret Thatcher at the end of the day. And it's very sad to see that, actually. And Kwasi Kwarteng, as Art pointed out as well, I think he was a very good Chancellor. He had a very good set of proposals with a mini-budget, a sound Thatcherite, a huge mistake by Liz Truss to remove Kwasi. Once she did that, it was game over, frankly, for her government.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, and if we can use a Lady Thatcher phrase, she went wobbly. And, when you get scared, it's amazing how people sometimes react, Niles. It's just amazing how they just, all of a sudden and they just collapse. And that's what happened. And it is very sad. And good economics was thrown into the trash bin as a result.
Well, let me switch gears and ask you about the economics of this country, because Philadelphia Federal Reserve President Patrick Harker said that he is seeing a, quote, lack of progress on sky-high inflation, saying that the Fed will keep raising interest rates for a while. This as we look ahead to the next meeting on November 1st and 2nd, where the markets are expecting another 75 basis point hike. The first read on third quarter GDP out next Thursday. September personal consumption expenditures report out on Friday. Art, these could be market movers. What are you expecting? morning, and how do you assess the economics in the U.S. today?
Well, I think they already are market movers, Maria. I think the downslide of the market has been a response of the whole trend and the process going on in the United States, the raising of rates. You know, I don't think the Fed should have price controls. I think they should let rates seek their own level just the way Volcker did, and then control the size of the balance sheet and shrink it dramatically. That's what I think they should do, but they don't do that, and they're not going to do that. So I believe you will see those rate hikes. I think you will see the markets continue their secular decline until we get a change in policies. And, you know, whoever it was you said thought inflation was not under control. It isn't.
Parker.
If you look at the core inflation, it's been rising steadily all this time. And, you know, you can't look at the spot commodity prices and all these other highly volatile indices. The core is the right thing to do. You know, with the high gas prices and all that, it made it way too high. Now with they're falling, it makes it too low. But there's no control over inflation yet. The balance sheet has not been brought down, and economic growth is not there to supply more goods to reduce inflation. We have a long-term problem that's going to take a political solution that's not yet decided.
Well, the market's at the lows of the morning right now, down 220 on the Dow Industrials on these very worries that we're seeing a real slowdown in the economy as things are getting more expensive, from borrowing to essentials like food and fuel.
Yep.
So, Art, what kind of a 2023 are you expecting?
Well, I think today is 1978, Maria. And I think we're going to take the House and maybe even the Senate. I think there's a good chance, a slight chance that we take the Senate. Then you'll have a period there, which were the last 2 years of Jimmy Carter. If you remember, we got some good legislation passed through that period, although he'd got all the controls and everything else put in there in oil. But I think we're beginning the healing process of politics, undoing the Bidenomics that has just thrown this country into a tizzy. That's where I think we are, and I would look at markets to be very much like they were from 78 to, let's say, 86, 87, throughout that period. We are not off the lows, my view, yet. I don't see the turning point coming anytime soon, but I do see the Republicans stopping additional problems, additional spending, and maybe even stopping some of the funding of the programs that were already passed. So that's good news that we're going to stop the hemorrhaging, but we need to have a bigger change to create supply-side economic growth in this country once again.
Well, we'll see if the midterm elections represent a catalyst for investors. Art, it's always a pleasure to see you. Thanks very much for weighing in on all of that.
It's wonderful to see you. Sorry so much bad news, Maria, but hey, it's what happens.
Yeah, it's the reality, but you said it with a smile, so we like that. Art Laffer joining us this morning. Come back soon, Art. Thank you, sir.